Peace and power, family. You're now multidimensionally tuned in. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the subject matter on why do you wake up by 3 a.m. in the middle of the night or in the early morning, as the case may be. 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. as what people may refer to as the witching hour. Why? What causes this occurrence? All right, and how can you better understand this? Now, before I go on, I'm going to say this thing first. I watch a lot of videos. I've watched a lot of people's videos on YouTube, right? As you all know, we are one community. So we learn from each other, and we learn sometimes through failures. We learn sometimes through other people's mistakes. Nobody is perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. So one of the misconceptions that has occurred the most that I've been able to, see is that a lot of people, right, who preach or talk about woke content, as the case may be, channel a lot of energy of fear to 3 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. And first thing you need to understand is you need to actually eradicate that mindset of having fear towards that hour. Because it's two ways. It's either you're the victim or you're the victor. So if you see a person coming to try and tell you first things first, that all right, the reason why you wake up at 3 a.m. is because there's demons and no, for sure the thing about entities being more present in our environment around 3 a.m. is an inevitable fact. It's the truth. All right, and this is why it is so, because the Van Allen belt is weak. All right, at 3:30 a.m., 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. precisely. This is why they call it the witching hour. Now, scientifically, how do you further explain this other than saying the Van Allen belt is weak? You can look at it this way: our bodies, right, our mind, right, and our body functions better at different times. So our minds are attached to a circadian rhythm of this planet we live in. We live on a bean, right? Good. So our minds, right, are attached to, or we function and we relate to this being or the earth based upon the circadian rhythm. Meaning that, there's wave state, frequency wave states that best suits different type of activities. Now, I've said this in the past, and I've said this severally, and I'll repeat myself, that there's four main, right, frequency states, right, brainwave states, as the case may be. These brainwave states, we can use them to microcosmically understand the macrocosmic representation of what different times of the day would mean to us as relating to how we can exert or absorb or utilize energy. Now, anytime it is 6 a.m. in the morning to 12 p.m., right, I want you to understand something. We are in fire. Anytime it's 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., understand that we are in air. 6 p.m. to 12 a.m., we are in earth. 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., we are in water. Now, what do you understand about these elements, right? Now, information begins in water. It begins in fire, my bad, and it goes out with water. So this means that we start our day in fire, Aries, as the case may be, right? Aries energy, right? 6 a.m. type energy, right? It's the birth, right? And I'm not particularly saying that 6 a.m. basically is Aries hour, but I'm trying to break down the elements with modalities, right? If you're talking of fire, the beginning of a fire will only be the cardinal fire, so hence that gives you the Aries energy. So we have Aries, and then the end will be Pisces. Mutable water is what ends the day, but from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. Before 6 a.m. begins Aries again. Okay, now what is my point? Now, Amun, Anun, Atum, Atun. This respectively is the circadian rhythm of fire, air, earth, and water. This respectively is the circadian rhythm in our heads for beta states respectively, right? Beta state, alpha state, theta state, and delta state. What is it about beta, alpha, theta, and delta? You see, for every brainwave states, these are brainwave states, and these are also circadian rhythmic states, right? These are states that can be measured due to our earth's state of being according to the time of the day, and also due to our mind's states. So of course, we can change and vibrate to these states of frequency states, with music or listening to binaural beats. But it is inevitable that whenever we are in any of these 6 hour shifts of the total 24 hours, we are in a certain frequency state. Do you understand that? This is why when you wake up in the morning, it's a great time for you to do physical things. Fire, spontaneous energy is more active from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., greatest time to focus and socialize. Isn't it? Air. Now, 6 p.m. to 12 a.m., greatest time to practicalize and, do something mechanical, as the case may be. And now, 12 a.m. to 12 p.m., greatest time to what? what? Greatest time to spiritually channel and tune in. Right? Now, this is the science this is the science now, right? This is the explanation behind what I mean by the Van Allen belt is weak, because we are in water state, delta state, right? What does this mean? Serotonin is more active. There's four neurotransmitters that are responsible for this brainwave state. All right, so serotonin is the one that's responsible for the nighttime, when we are aware in the night, right? Rather is because it's spirits. All right, you understand? Now, this is the thing: fire and air, which is 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. okay, is masculine. All right, these are times where the universe, the earth as the case may be, supporting us with energies to externalize things. Then earth and water respectively are feminine. This is where the earth is helping us more to internally channel things, right? It's internal, but it's phase. You understand? It's the earth, or earth and water won't exactly be the same state of feminine. Earth will be feminine with a bit of masculine, but water will be purely feminine. All right, just as air will be masculine with a bit of feminine, and fire will be purely masculine. Are you getting the point? I have to say all this to explain. Now, anybody who is coming out to tell you, oh, if you wake up by 3 a.m., it means that, you know, it's a demon hour and demons are chasing you. Bro, what? Stop being the fucking victim every time. Do you understand? Do you know who you are? It get me mad every time I be hearing that type of shit. Do you know who you are? Do you know that any thought you have, right? Any thought you have frequently becomes your astral body. Like, that's the best way I can put it. Your thoughts create your astral reality. So all it takes is for, you know, the powers that were, like, to push an agenda and promote whoever is going to tell you that something is something of fear. Come on, we are powerful spirits, and it's time you change your perspective. It's high time you changed the perspective. So it is serotonin receptors that are most active at that time. So now this leaves way for one thing. Understand that it's very easy to communicate with spirits. Now I wake up. For the past 2 weeks, I've been waking up every day by 3 a.m. Even if I sleep at 12 p.m., I'm gonna wake up 3 a.m. So that led me to make this video, because spirit, like, it's like, bro, it can't be only me going through this. It never is only me. There's many of us going through this at the same type of time, huh? Right? You too, huh? Right. So this is what it is. For me, I use that time to do things like geometry, like drawing geometry if I wake up. Some people say, oh, they can use it to pray. Whatever works for you, but the idea is this. The science is understanding that you are in a vehicle of communication in the most effective way to spirit, to source. Do you understand? And that source is within you. Me pointing up, bro, you got to understand it's within you. You get it? But so you are woken up right at that moment so that you can channel. You've heard it. You can channel, which is be in a spiritual state of being, right? You can meditate. You can do whatever just makes you to connect with yourself. As for me, I got up the other night and I started to draw squares and circles and color, right? While I was just listening to, what was I even listening to? A frequency or something, right? Because I couldn't really sleep anymore. I couldn't sleep till like 6. It's always that way. I won't sleep from 3 a.m., but then I sleep 6 and maybe wake up by like 10 or 9. I do that like breaks, you know, just to give myself some extra energy, because the start of my day, I always use like the first 6-7 hours for a lot of ethics, for a lot of voluminous work. But that's not even important. Now, this is the thing. So it's two ways. You can either fear it, oh my God, demons, 3 a.m. Or you can either be like, 3 a.m., what can I actually use to make this energy in my favor, since, you know, that's the time where the Van Allen belt is most weakest. This is how your elites think, all right?